Have you ever stopped and noticed the way you talk to yourself? I mean, really listen to that inner voice? For a lot of us, that voice can be a little too harsh, a little too quick to judge. But what if I told you that silencing this negative self-talk could be the key to building the confidence, happiness, and success you're looking for? In this video, I'm giving you 5 powerful tips to overcome negative self-talk so you can take back control and start living with a positive mindset. But before we dive in, here's something important. These tips work only if you put them into action. And let's be real, no one's got time for that negative voice ruining everything, right? Number 1. Recognize and label the negative though. First things first, you've got to catch those negative thoughts in the act. Sounds simple, but recognizing and labeling them is actually powerful. Think of it like this. Imagine a friend constantly criticizing you every time you tried something new. Crazy, right? Well, you wouldn't let someone else do that to you, so why let your mind get away with it? Here's the trick. Next time you hear that negative voice, pause and label it. Is it self-doubt? Fear of failure? By identifying it, you're taking the first step in stopping its power over you. When you start seeing these thoughts for what they are, you can start pushing back. It's not about fighting your mind, it's about understanding it. Number 2, challenge your inner critic. Once you know what you're dealing with, the next step is to challenge those thoughts. Instead of letting them control your actions, start asking yourself, is this thought actually true? Let's say you're thinking, I'm just not good at this. Stop and think, has anyone ever been good at something without trying or learning? Like, imagine expecting to be an expert at skateboarding without even stepping on a board first. Totally unrealistic, right? When you start questioning these thoughts, you'll realize how irrational they often are. And this realization alone can make a huge difference in breaking the cycle. Number 3, replace negativity with constructive affirmation. Now that you've challenged those thoughts, it's time to replace them with something constructive. Instead of, I can't do this, how about, I'm learning how to do this? Positive affirmations aren't about lying to yourself. They're about shifting your perspective to focus on growth. And here's a little secret. Studies show that using affirmations can rewire your brain to think more positively over time. So yes, it's scientifically backed. Give it a shot. After all, you've probably been saying negative things for years. Time to try the opposite. Number 4, surround yourself with positive influences. Think about the people you spend time with. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it's almost impossible to keep a positive mindset. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage you, who believe in you, can make all the difference in silencing that inner critic. Quick question, have you ever walked away from a conversation just feeling drained? That's the power of influence right there. So start being selective with your circle. Remember, positive vibes are contagious, and when you're around people who lift you up, it's so much easier to lift yourself up too. Number 5, practice self-compassion. Lastly, let's talk about something many people forget, self-compassion. When you make a mistake or feel like you've failed, don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself the same way you would be to a friend. Self-compassion doesn't mean avoiding responsibility, it means accepting that you're human. Ever notice how you're way harder on yourself than you'd be on anyone else? Why do we do that? When you start practicing self-compassion, you'll find that your mind becomes a much kinder place. It's like becoming your own best friend, and trust me, that friend will have your back. Alright, let's recap. To silence negative self-talk, start by recognizing and labeling those thoughts, challenging them, replacing them with constructive affirmations, surrounding yourself with positivity, and practicing self-compassion. These steps might feel strange at first, but each time you practice them, you're moving closer to a positive mindset and a happier life. And if you're serious about transforming your mindset even further, check out this video right here on the power of positive thinking. I'll see you over there. Let's keep working toward that best version of you.